At this point, you should have a fully updated Windows system. Go to the search and type in turn, I've got it already, but turn Windows features on and off. Click that, wait, scroll all the way to the bottom, and find Windows Subsystem for Linux. Check the box, hit OK, and there'll be a search and then a pretty quick application, and now you need to restart your computer. Okay, at this point, we have turned on the Windows feature of Windows Subsystem for Linux. Now go to the Microsoft Store and go to the search. Type in Ubuntu, which is UBUNTU, and select Ubuntu 18.04 LTS. Click and install. You do not need to do this, so just exit it. And the download has begun. So the download of the Ubuntu environment has completed. Now click Launch. And it says that it will take a few minutes, and it really will. So at this point, the install of the Ubuntu has come back, and it's asking you for a Unix username. Now remember, this is a machine within your machine. So your native machine, your Windows laptop, you've protected with an account name and a long password, perhaps your fingerprint, your face, etc., etc. So you do not need a long username. I'm going to click the letter, I'll click the screen, and then the letter A, and I'm going to hit Enter. And this password can be trivial. I'm going to use the letter A again. And it does, I hit the A, but it didn't register on screen because after all, it's a password. We don't want anyone seeing it. I'm hitting enter now. Retype the password. It's just the letter A and enter. The Ubuntu system is now installed. This is the command prompt of the terminal that the Ubuntu is presenting to you. You'll notice that my username is the letter A, and then there's a relevant machine name. It doesn't matter what that is. The next thing we're going to do is to update the Ubuntu environment. To do that, we'll use a package manager called apt. Now, if you run apt from the command prompt, you will get an error. So, for example, apt update. You notice the error. So instead, you would say sudo apt update. You'll need to type in your password, not your computer's password, but the Unix system, the Ubuntu system's password, which I selected the letter A. I typed it. It doesn't echo. Let me hit return. What you see downloading here is a listing of all of the current software. We're not actually updating the system, we're updating the update system. We have to wait a few moments. And you'll see at the very end some number of packages that must be upgraded. The number that you see could be different from the number you see in this video. It depends on when you are going through this process. So we now know what can be upgraded. Let's actually do the upgrade. That would be sudo space apt space upgrade. Here is a quick listing of what's going to happen during this process. It's waiting for you to hit the return. So you hit your enter key, and this will start the downloading of the actual new system. And this is going to take a while. So I'm going to stop this segment of the video and join you again when this is complete. Now the Ubuntu environment has been updated. From time to time, you might want to repeat the preceding two steps, sudo apt update followed by sudo apt upgrade, but it's not necessary. Now we need to install the development tools that we need on the Unix side, and that would be with sudo space apt space install. Make sure you type these exactly. Build dash essential and hit enter. And hit enter again. We're installing now the C++ compiler. This won't take nearly as long as updating the entire system. Gosh, it's finally done. All right, we have another thing to install. Sudo apt install GDB. So Golf Delta Baker, GDB. Hit enter. This will be much quicker. And this segment of the video is complete. So go to your favorite browser and type in Visual Studio Code, 3 words, Visual Studio Code. Go to the download. Now select Windows User Installer 64-bit and let it download. Launch the file. Hit accept to the agreement. Next, next, next again, and select all 4 of the bottom boxes. And then next, and install. This won't take terribly long. And unclick launch, because we don't need it now. We have other things to do. Click finish. Open up your favorite browser again and type in github.com. Once there, go to the top right, the search box, search all of GitHub for CSC 1810. There will be two of them found. Select the one for fall 2022. This is the class main web page. It's not quite finished when I recorded this video, but you will be able to find getting the project creator. Click on the gray box. You'll see an icon for copy to the clipboard. Click that. It's now copied to your clipboard. And launch Ubuntu again if you are not already running it. Go to the white title bar, right click, and then move down to Edit, click, and paste. Hit Enter. This gets a shell script which creates our class projects. Notice it's in white. Say chmod space 755 space CRE, and I hit the tab key and the rest of the name is filled in. Hit enter, and let's launch it to create a test project. I'm going to type in test, hit enter, and one final enter, and a project has been created. Type in ls and you'll see test in blue. Let's change directory, cd, to test, hit enter. ls, you see the project. Now remember that we're on the Linux side. So type in code space project, PRO, hit tab. And what's interesting here is that Visual Studio Code is going to be opening on the Windows side. Okay, so let's open up main.cpp. Now, in the bottom right, install the recommended extensions, and there's going to be 7 of them. Hit install. And give that a chance to work. Good, it's installed. Now click on the third icon over that clears the search box. Type WSL. The one on top should be remote-WSL 15 million.3 installations. Click install. And at this point, it was very fast, wonderful. Just go ahead and exit code entirely. Now this time, simply do the same command again, which I believe I'm going to type in just an up arrow. And notice that there's something different going on now. There's stuff being installed on the Linux side that wasn't there before. So let this happen. Okay. Do we trust? Yeah, we do. We trust. The bottom right, forget about. You can click Don't Show Again. But notice now on the list of modules, there's a lot of installs that haven't been done. I clicked on the extension pack, and that is going to install what's necessary on the Linux side to talk to what was previously installed on the Windows side. Okay, that's done. Let's go to the files, double clicking on main.cpp. You can then select the, as a test, to do the debug and go to the little green triangle. Click on the green triangle and stuff is happening. Your program is being built. It's being run and there's nothing stopping it from exiting, so it'll just run and exit. Where is the output? It's on the terminal. Hello, Carthage CS student. There you go. It ran. And that's where it was commanded to have done that from. Suppose we wanted to hand in main.cpp. So you go find it, open up a WSL, and go find the file you want to hand in, and change to that directory, cd space directory name. What we're going to do now is type in explorer.exe space period. Hit enter. And there's your Windows Explorer. And from here, you can zip or drag it over to Schoology, what have you. Excellent. Okay.